There is one other matter that needs your attention as we spin up the Hand's day-to-day operations. The troops selected to join the Hand are among the Empire's best, but given your extensive combat experience, I thought you might like to order additional training?
It would be a good opportunity for them to integrate with our current forces. See to it.
Of course.
These soldiers will have much to prove if they're to serve me. Only those who can survive the most rigorous training and tests will be accepted.
As you wish. As promised, your previous holdings as a member of the Dark Council have been transferred to the Hand for your direct control. This includes the Imperial Reclamation Service, as well as Moff Pyron's Silencer Fleet. That said, the Silencers are currently engaged in key operations along the front line. I believe they belong under your capable command, but Darth Krovos would prefer they were allocated for continued use in her operations. Your preference?
Moff Pyron may continue his current assignment for the time being, but when I call, I will expect them to answer.
I will be sure Krovos and Pyron both understand the situation.
The Silencers are mine. Have them report to Odessen immediately.
I'll send the order at once. I believe that concludes our business for the day. As promised, all covert operations personnel and assets have been transferred to your oversight. Darth Zarian has been uncharacteristically cooperative. Upon investigation, I have identified 5 operatives transferred to your control who are, in fact, Zarian's personal agents. These operatives were sent to spy on us, not our enemies. How shall we deal with them?
Monitor them, but take no further action yet. They could be valuable assets, whether they wish to or not.
You're as shrewd as your reputation, Keeper.
Execute them all. Let's send a clear message to Zarian and anyone else who thinks they can interfere in our operations.
Delicious. I'll see it done. I've acquired a list of priority targets for us to hunt down once the Hand is fully operational. Some of the targets are key Republic personnel, senators, military officers, and so on, while others are Imperial, traitors, failed Sith, and the like. I've taken the liberty of putting several noted bounty hunters on retainer to help bring these targets in. How shall I prioritize them?
Let them handle the renegade imps. The Hand should stay focused on the enemy.
A sensible course of action. I'll see it done.
Let them handle the Republic bounties. You don't want to encourage freelancers to go after people on our side if you don't have to.
Very wise. I'll make the assignments as you suggest.
Word of the victory on Corellia has spread, and a number of Jedi in hiding have returned to the fold. Even so, many of them have seen so much war. They are hesitant to return to positions on the front lines. We can certainly find other ways for them to contribute, but I fear the precedent we'd be setting. To defend the Republic is the duty of all Jedi.
We would never force someone to fight against their will. But if they won't serve as Jedi, then they should not be Jedi.
A hard stance, but in these challenging times, it's best to be clear about our role.
We can afford to give them time to recenter themselves before they resume combat assignments. Jedi have more to offer than their lightsabers.
True enough. I only hope they rediscover their full potential soon. The Republic needs us all. Word of the victory on Corellia has spread, and a number of Jedi in hiding have returned to the fold. Even still, our numbers are perilously thin. But there are a number of Jedi still on Tython, serving largely in archival and research capacities. Many of them have not seen combat in more than a decade. But they are still Jedi, and it is the duty of all Jedi to defend the Republic.
If they've been on Tython all this time, then they should be well rested and centered in the Force. Ideal to rejoin the conflict.
Perhaps so.
If the Jedi on Tython are still contributing to our order, then we shouldn't force them into another role they're not suited to fulfill.
No, you're right. We shouldn't fix something that isn't broken.
On the subject of troops, a number of units have requested the opportunity to serve in the task force. Your reputation is quite a draw after all. Essentially, we have our pick, from veteran frontline units to less seasoned troops who are eager for the chance to contribute meaningfully. Which would you prefer?
Our mission is vital to the war effort. Only the best troops will do.
Of course, I'll have it done. I believe that.
Don't weaken our frontline positions by pulling veteran units. Let's give the rookies a chance for some good experience and training.
They'll be very excited at the opportunity. On the subject of transports, we've had some issues with cargo ships moving through Hutt space. Nothing violent. Not yet, at least. But we're seeing constant delays in refueling, purchasing supplies, and processing transactions in their territories. Delays we can't afford. I don't have much experience dealing with the Hutts, but I expect they're looking for bribes to speed things along. How would you approach the situation?
I say, throw some money around. Better to have friends than enemies.
Fair enough. I'll have to get creative on the budget allocation forms.
Dealing with a Hutt cartel is more trouble than it's worth, believe me. Find other routes for your transports.
A lot of fuel to lose. Hopefully the trade-off in time and other costs will make up the difference. I believe that covers our most pressing issues.